This border wall you see coming up, that is a private border wall. Has nothing to do with the government or the state of Texas. They built that private border wall about 4 years ago. It's built on private property. It was built by a contractor that had been building border walls for the government for years. It was Fisher Industries out of North Dakota. Most of the donations were private donations for that wall. The contractor kicked in some of the labor. He wanted to showcase his border wall design and hoped to getting the state of Texas or the government to pick up on their border wall design. 18 foot. That little short 5-foot wall will tie into that 18-foot wall over there. So this wall here is 18 foot tall. It's a little over 3 miles long. It's got a concrete patrol road on the other side of it. It's got lights, cameras, underground sensors. A lot of the same technology that the government's wall has. It's just this is a different design with different material. The contractor said this was a lot cheaper and faster to build than the government's wall. He tried to sell them on that fact, that theirs was more expensive and slower to build, but they didn't really care. It ain't their money, so they stuck with their design. When this wall was built, it cost about $9 to $10 million per mile to build it. The government's wall behind it was $28 to $30 million per mile. They're not very tall, so you can climb over them. A lot of the government walls, they just ended. They didn't put any walls up in front of the wildlife refuges, so if they were building a wall when they got to one of them, they skipped it, so that was a big opening. For all the landowners that own property inside of the border wall, they have to give you a gate to get in. Well, what they did, they left the opening for a gate, but they never came back and put the gate in. So there you have a lot of openings where gates were supposed to be. So if you take those openings and you take where the gaps were for the wildlife areas and where just some of the walls were halted, you don't have to go too far to get through the wall, either around it or right through it. So they might do a little bit of good, but basically they're just there. Days here or a couple of weeks. Pretty soon, as the migration starts, we'll have a lot of white pelicans out.